Hey guys, it's Rhea. Welcome to this baking video. For today, we're gonna start by making the template. For that, I'm going to be working with a piece of paper, and I just typed in a piece of wax paper, and I got the smoothest part on top, so I'm just gonna be working over that. And I just made this template. I have got a picture on my blog. It's real easy, just a bunch of lines and then some words. I'm gonna be changing a few things here and there just to make it my own. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to place my template between my piece of paper and my wax paper, so that way I can make a transfer. To make the transfers, I'm going to be using a bunch of different gel food coloring. This is just real icing. I got two shades of like pretty much every color, and I'm working with my tipless piping bag. So to start with, I'm using this tulip red, and this is the one on the left, and then on this one I'm using this orange, just a few drops of them. And then in this one I'm using like this same color, but I'm adding a lot more drops on like the left one. And then for the green one, I'm using this forest green and doing the same thing that I did with the previous one, adding a lot more drops on like the darker one. The blue one is going to be pretty much the same. This is the blue that I'm using, real blue. For the purple one, I'm switching things up. The darkest one is with this real purple. The other one is a combination, it's a combo actually, that I made with this, the pink one and the purple one. Few drops of each and you get this one. The pink one is pretty much, and this one is another brand, Hobby Lobby brand. I'm not a big fan of the consistency of this one, I gotta be honest here, but this is the one that I used to make the pink one, and I added a lot more drops on the darker one. To make the transfers, I'm going to be placing my template underneath there, and I'm going to be pretty much dividing this into three different parts. The first one is that I'm going to be working with this edges or this stripes, the part on top and then the middle part. You're gonna see what I mean when we get there. For the parts of the edges, I'm going to be following those lines, and then I'm going to be working with my scribe tool. And this is how I will change the position of my templates. Pretty easy. The darkest colors are gonna be like on those edges and on top. And yeah, I'm just going to be working with all the colors that I made, and this is pretty much what I have so far. And then I'm just going to let the whole thing rest for a bit. Once that's rested, I'm going to be working on the part on top, going to be following that template, working on those lines, and then on towards the middle. And I'm going to be working with my scribe tool. This is just to arrange the real icing. They sell this kind of things, but this is a DIY that I did. It's on my channel if you wanna check it out. Once that's done, I'm just going to be working on the part on the middle. This is pretty much what I did before, but in a bigger scale. So you can kind of see there, like I'm working with the lighter colors towards the middle part, and towards the edges I'm using the darker shades. And then I'm just going to let the whole thing rest for overnight. To decorate this, I'm going to be using this food writer from Wilton. And this is pretty much an edible Sharpie. So we're just going to be painting like the stripes that they have, one on the top and then one on the bottom. This reminds me of Charlie Brown a lot. I'm going to be grabbing the lighter shade, the one that I used in the middle, and I'm just going to be adding those curves on those like stripes. I'm just going to be writing. I decided not to go for like the logo thing. I decided to do something else, and in some of them I'm writing ABC like this, and you need a really small like hole on your piping bag if you're using a tipless piping bag. And if you're using a tip, I don't really know what number it is, probably 1 or 0, not real sure. I usually write with this tipless piping bags, they work best for me. And then I'm going to be adding 1 to 3 in others. So in total I made 4 of each color, and from those 4 I made 2 in 1 to 3s, and then the other 2s I made in ABCs. If you make any mistake, don't worry, you can remove that using your scribe tool. You just have to remove that before your letters or numbers dry. You can wait for that to dry, go over with your writer, and then start over. I let it dry for overnight. You're just going to peel them off from your wax paper. It's really important for you to remember to work over the smooth part on top so your transfers come right off. And yeah, that's pretty much how I remove this. And as far as for the cake goes, I'm working with a 6-inch cake. I'm working with 2 layers of that. I just went ahead and did the crumb coat. On Saturday, I'm gonna have a video explaining to you how I do the crumb coat when one of the layers of your cake is real crumbly. But then I'm going to be working with this big round tip from Wilton, and I'm going to be just doing this kind of like zigzag motion here, not real zigzag, but this kind of thing. And I'm going to cover the whole cake, and then I'm just going to go with my spatula and I'm just going to smooth the whole surface. It doesn't have to be like super perfect because we're going to be putting the transfers on top just until it's like smooth to your own liking. And this is like the top part. I'm just going to be smoothing the whole thing. Work with an apron because it gets messy, especially if you're a beginner just like me. But yeah, I'm just going to be covering the whole cake until it's like not perfect, but it's like, you know, smooth enough, or just no more cake is visible anymore. I then transferred my cake to this plate. If you want me to make a video explaining to you how I transferred the cake from the working area to the final plating, just let me know, giving this video a thumbs up. And I'm going to just start placing those transfers. As you can see, I'm pretty much alternating between ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I think it looks more fun that way, and I'm switching up the colors as I go. And then I went ahead and added this shell border on top of the cake using my Wilton 1M. Then I added some sprinkles on top just to make it more fun and just colorful. And then I'm just going to finally swirl some frosting on top, just going around like if you would on a cupcake. And yeah, this is pretty much the cake that I wanted to show you guys. I really liked, especially the part of the transfers. This cake took me like a month to figure out what I wanted, because back to school and I wanted to make something Crayola, but I didn't know what else to put on a cake or what way I should go. This is more so like going back to school like small kids. Maybe you are high school or something and you want to have something fun like this. Either way, and it's real practical because every time you want to slice, you can get yourself from like where a Crayola begins and where it ends. Tastes really nice. Going to be sharing what frosting I did use on this one. It's got some cream cheese in there. It's really yummy. I forgot to mention I'm using a cake box, so yeah, I really hope you like it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, helps out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stuff, and don't forget to share it so more people can watch. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you on Saturday with that crumb coat. Take care. Bye guys.